We are live, we are live, we are live. All right, family, it's your brother Assad.
I'm
Back again
Adrian.
with another quick video. And we are at,
The spill.
let me see. I gotta sit up. I don't know what's going on. You sit up taller than me. Oh, well. We are back again at the old, again, a special shout out to my South African family for all the love that you guys have shown us, shown this channel, all of that good stuff. We appreciate it, but we're going to have us a good conversation today while we hang out here at Istanbul Kebab at Melrose Arc.
Yeah.
And we got some food coming too.
Thank you.
Man, listen, we're going to talk about a few things. Uh, First of all, last night at the meetup, y'all, it was straight up. Let me see. Is this better to get?
It's fine.
I think
I'm
you just
also
get.
trying to. Sorry.
Oh,
I was also trying to feed my face. My bad.
okay. Let's see if we can get this a little more even. I mean, you sitting up like.
That's because I'm like right here on the edge.
Oh, okay. Greetings, family.
Greetings.
So last night at the meetup, it was phenomenal. So many
It
people showed
was.
up. I lied and said that it's like, oh, maybe 10, 15 people. And it was like 40 people showed up. And that was great, man. We were in one place. They had to move us to another place. Shout out to brother Alex, I think is his name, the owner of Jamili's. Man, first of all, let's talk about the spot.
Hmm.
Now, there may be one or two restaurants, black-owned restaurants in the United States that are that size, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. This place is huge. I mean, it's expansive to be a restaurant, a bar, a lounge, a club. I don't know what you want to call it. You know, it was just a whole bunch of stuff rolled into one,
Yeah.
and it's just a very nice
Thank you.
spot. Thank you so much. Just a very very nice spot, man. And hello, 18. Oh, somebody know us. 18. What's going on?
Hey.
18. But yeah. So the spot is beautiful. The spot was beautiful. Oh man, I wish I had made it. Don't worry, because what I have committed
We
myself.
didn't have room.
Yeah, we ran
We
out of
ran out of
room. We
tables
ran
and
out of
chairs, and
tables.
they were
Yeah,
already mad at us because they had to change rooms
yeah,
to find a bigger space to accommodate us. So
yeah, yeah.
there was no
So
room.
But guess what? No, we would have made room for your family, so don't worry about that. But what we will say is that I have committed myself. So let's talk about that. I'll get back to Jamili. So back in New Orleans, I used to do this thing called the Community Foodie Meetup, and because we have a lot of black-owned restaurants in New Orleans, but a lot of them are small, 30, 40 seater restaurants. So it's not like really huge restaurants. Only 30, 40 people could fit. They're small mom and pop type establishments.
Yeah.
So one of the ways I thought that would be very radically simple, bam, 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 radically simple to be revolutionary and support black-owned businesses was to have a group of my friends meet at a black-owned restaurant, sit down, laugh, talk, eat, drink, and pay our tab. Very simple because we have a good time and the restaurant gets a boost in revenue
Yeah.
that it may not have gotten on that day. So I used to do those things back in New Orleans. I did them for about 2 years straight. Once a month, we would go and just meet up. And I think the first time only 8 people showed up. The second time it was like 30. By the time we got around to the third and fourth time, we were shutting down entire restaurants. Like the restaurant would be like, it's 80 people, and then at one time we had to do them in shifts because
Yeah.
so many people were showing up. It would be like, you know, the first shift come in from 7 to 9, the second shift comes in from 9 to 11 of the group. So that is it was a very phenomenal thing. Not to pat myself on the back, but it was something that we did. So I say that to say I think once we're here in June, I will commit to doing something like that once
Yeah.
a month. To for us it is great because we get to meet our family, we get to meet our YouTube family, and I think that just like any other place where we have small mom and pop owned restaurants or single not chain restaurants,
Yeah.
it is great to have that type of boost in revenue. So I think that this is something that we're going to continue to do. I was very inspired last night by it. But back to Jamili's. Jamili's, again, in the U.S., you may have a 50 seater, maybe a 100 seater if it's a really big establishment. Greetings, family. Greetings.
Greetings.
That's the general right there. One of the generals. But uh, Jamili's is like, I don't know. It got to be a 200 seater, 300 seater. You know,
Beautiful.
it's a beautiful restaurant. And the owner, man, he came. He was very cool because again, I said 10, 15 people, and like I said, it was 40, maybe 40 plus showed up. So he made the accommodations for us. We were in one room, and we outgrew that room like at 3:15, and so he moved us down to like a private area. We had our own wait staff that was dedicated just to us. What's happening, y'all? It's 5:21 a.m. Eastern Time. I just woke up for some water in the middle of the night and noticed the notification. What's happening, homie?
Hey.
As a homeboy, Jules, he from I think he from the city though. But anyway, so that was just a wonderful, wonderful experience last night. We met and we chopped it up with people. So now I want to talk about what I noticed last night. Now I know Johannesburg has clubs that pop off. I know it's like the Amapiano music
Yeah.
pops off, and there's the clubs. We've seen the morning family. We have seen the clubs, right? But what I noticed last night, and I said this on another live, was that, and this is what
Mm-hmm.
Africa needs, people from the diaspora coming to. Thank you, family. Thank you. Bam, bam, bam. But what I noticed is that these were young folk. Yeah, he from New Orleans. All right. 504 Love, Mr. Howard. You know, what I noticed last night that these were young folk, 25, 30, you know, and peace family, and they were hanging out. Yeah, they were drinking, having a good time, laughing loud, talking, music playing. But it's a restaurant. They sitting down eating. Nobody's up doing, dancing, which is cool. So this
Right.
is like for me, I can go hang at Jamili's every Saturday. I think I'm saying it right, but I can go because it's a chill environment. Even though
Mm-hmm.
the energy, the vibe was there, it was still relaxed enough for old folks like myself and my wife to feel comfortable just hanging out and eating and chilling. I think it's catching the side of you.
It's fine. I'm eating anyway, so.
Oh, okay. We see a side. We subscribe, Big Man and Centurion. What's up, everyone? What's going on, family?
Hey.
What's going on? So that was the dope part about it. We really loved the vibe, and I was like, oh man, this is what is very special about
Mm-hmm.
Johannesburg. What did you think last night?
I had a great time. It was a beautiful restaurant. It was so cool to see some of these names and like put faces to names of people that we've seen comments from that showed up and we could talk with them.
Yeah,
I had a great time. I met so many wonderful people.
yeah,
Hopefully we'll keep in touch and be able to like continue these relationships once we move here.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And I mean, we everybody kind of went around, introduced themselves, and that was cool because we got to hear what people did. And one person at one side of the table was like, "Oh yeah, I'm an artist," and someone said, "Oh, I want to be an artist." Eh, you consider
Old
uh,
after 50.
oh after 50? Oh, okay, with an I ain't old. I feel young. I just got this old man hair going on. I got this old man hair going on. That's all right. And I got these grays in my beard, y'all. I didn't have these grays in my beard till I had children. I didn't have gray hair. That's the
Mm-hmm.
children stress me out.
Right.
But so yeah, we had a great time there. But I want to talk about young, famous, and African.
I think rich, young
No,
African. No?
it's somebody. I'm sorry, y'all. That's a WhatsApp message. Young, famous, and African.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my critique and I have my praise of the show. So should we start off with the critique first? Ooh, give me one of them French fries. Should we start off?
um, yeah, I haven't watched it, so
Okay.
no. Start off with the praise first.
Mm,
Start off with the praise first,
okay.
not the critique.
Oh Lord, look at the
That's how they
food coming.
do. That's how they do when they say you Oh, jeez.
Oh, the food is here. About
It
to
is
eat.
here. Give us a sec.
I think
Maybe we need to put that there and then deep and
all these things. Yeah, I'm gonna let Adrian figure that out,
come and
and I'll
coordinate.
continue to tell you about the young, rich, and African. So I think I want to start off with the praise.
Yeah, there we go.
Critique first. Somebody says they want to critique first.
Okay, they want to get to the meat of it.
Let's get to the critique first, because it's not a strong critique. It is just okay. So
Sorry, thank you.
we have had.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we have had the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We've had the Real Housewives of this that place. So my critique of Young, Famous, and African is that the idea, the general idea, is pedestrian. It's been done. It's been. This is just a copy paste, and pasted in Johannesburg. So we've seen this before. It's always an antagonist. Now you guys will be leaving this country soon. Oh, we'll be back. Don't worry about that, brother. We'll be back. We'll be back. But yeah, it is just always a antagonist, I should say. And every character is an antagonist. It's going to be a whole lot of people saying this about this about mess and fighting and stuff like that. And it makes for great TV because they keep doing these type of shows, right? This is not the first. This is like the 100th show. So that's my critique. It's like, yeah, I've seen this before. This is the Real Housewives or something with a South African accent, Been in a solo restaurant in Santa. No, we're gonna have to check that out. But so that's my critique. It is that it is not original. We've seen this type of show so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my family love you. You guys are crazy. I was disturbed yesterday when regular fool was questioning you about your religion. It made me upset. Oh, don't worry about that. It ain't gonna change my religion. I'm big Muslim. And whatever they say, I love that.
That's not how I do my Islam.
That's not how I do my Islam, right? And if they want to know how I feel about my Islam, there's a book that I wrote called Bismillah and Bean Pies, right? I am an Islamic scholar. Don't worry about that.
Right.
Don't worry about that. It's all good. But so that's my critique. It has been done before. Now, let's talk about what I loved about the show. I have been telling people since I came in 2019, man, there's a lot of black folk doing well in Johannesburg, South Africa. These black folk doing good. I've been telling them the truth. I have a show about inspiring young black people like Alex and many more doing big things, starting businesses. Facts. I would like to see something like that. But guess what? If Alex ain't on there cursing and fighting and stuff like that, ain't nobody gonna watch it. That's why these shows that's why they keep doing it. That's why they're doing so well. People like the mess of the show. You know what I'm saying? But what I like is that it is showing these black folk over here are doing well, really well. The fashion, I wouldn't wear it. Holla. I wouldn't wear some of the fashion, but the brothers lit, they dress nice. The sisters looking good, driving nice cars. They're showing you that there's a life over here that is really, really well, that it is exploding that myth that Africans are living in poverty, and that we're gonna be visiting Durban soon, and that Africans are poor and that they're doing bad and all of this good stuff. So I think that this show will be a hit on Netflix. Mm-hmm. And what's going to happen is that we're going to see a lot more black Americans because we're going to watch. The show comes from the black American genre of reality TV, that type of reality TV. Mm-hmm. So we're going to see a lot of black Americans watching it, and they're going to say, I want to go visit Johannesburg. I want to go see what that's about. So I think it will have a positive impact in many ways. I just don't want people, go back to the critique. I just don't want people to think like, I don't know how to say it, it's like, I don't want them to think that's all of Johannesburg. You know what I'm saying? Like that everybody is going to be antagonistic and messy and talking and all, backbiting and all that type of stuff. That's because when you watch black folk on TV in the United States, If we're not gangsters, if we're not thugs, if we're not drug dealers, we're on TV with money, but we fighting and pulling people weave out in the club. I just don't want to. I don't want to see that. I don't want that image to be propagated to the world. We know how important images are. We're constantly
Yeah.
told that we're losing skilled
Skilled white
people.
people.
Oh, skilled white people. Welcome home, brothers. Yeah, we here. Well, we got some skills too. So we. I'm gonna get to it.
Yeah, get
So
you a little something before it gets cold.
so that's what I. Let me grab a
Your
knife
plate is
before.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Pause.
talk amongst yourselves.
Right.
So
Gotta eat
thank you, baby.
before the food gets too cold, you know?
Y'all know what I got. Ooh, lamb chop.
Greetings.
It said, right. This is one.
Find very cringy. Yeah.
What's for lunch? We're at Kebab
It's
Cafe.
TV.
Or Istanbul
Istanbul kebab.
Kebab.
In Melrose.
And we eating a whole bunch of meat. Lamb chops, chicken kebabs,
They have
beef.
salads and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not eating that. I want the meat.
That's sad.
Mm.
That's sad.
Mm. So, what you? I know you haven't seen it, but what do you think?
I think it can. It depends. Like it can also make a population a little bit more materialistic.
Right,
You know, so I'm with you. Like you have to be concerned about images that get pushed out
right,
because young people will tend to look up to some of that,
right,
to emulate that. So
right,
I just hope it doesn't push too much materialism.
right, right.
But
You know, and I can understand people are consumers. Oh, I'm at Melrose Arc. The Food Week. Come see us.
right.
You at Melrose Arc? Come pass through. Come
Hang
pass
out with
through.
us.
Right, we are always open to talking to our people.
Hello.
But yeah, young, rich, and young, famous. Oh, and I also like the fact that they got Nigerian folk on there because it can help dispel some of these. Oh, South Africa is so xenophobic and they don't like other African, all that old type of stuff, right?
Give them that voice.
Well, yeah, I don't know why. That's my messy voice.
Right.
So I'm glad they had Nigerians on there. They mentioned folk from Zim, whatever have you, around the continent, you know. So it's not just South Africa. It's based in South Africa, and it's showing how beautiful, Johannesburg is. But I like the fact that they have other folk. 9 to 5, girl, time can't be running around the country like I want. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
doggone. Maybe next time.
Yep. The show has South Africans, Nigerians, and Tanzanians. And that's beautiful. Again, which place, you mean food? Somebody's asked me which place do I say is my favorite in Joburg. You mean food or just in general? Or like part of town?
You're gonna stay Rosebank.
Well, let me tell you this. My favorite place to stay in Johannesburg is Rosebank. It was the first place we stayed, and in fact, the only place we have stayed when we have visited. I've seen a lot of places, but nothing beats the convenience of if you're a tourist coming into Johannesburg, nothing beats the convenience of Rosebank.
But I
Staying,
think Melrose Arc, like our good friend came, stayed in Melrose Arc, and I think it has this same convenience. But Melrose Arc is so different from Rosebank.
right.
It's more like, I don't know if it's more upscale or...
It's definitely more upscale. It's like you need a lot of money to kind of hang out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you definitely see where they call South Africa the Rainbow Nation, right? You see the rainbow here, and you see a lot of the light end of the rainbow. We need less materialism, more hard work being pushed. Yeah, yeah. But and back to the images. Somebody mentioned images. We have to control those images because what happens is Black Americans don't control our image, right? So those who control our image, my humble home, over to you, any brothers and sisters from the last. Thank you so much. Just in general. So she wants to know just in general. I'll get back to that question about just in general. But without controlling our image, right? The image of Black Americans being pushed to the rest of the world or being pushed in the country of the United States is that Black men in particular are violent, gangsters, we're thugs, we're drug dealers, you know. And keep in mind, just think back to the 80s. Just go back to the 80s. 1983, 1984, 1985. Who were the black people we saw on TV? Bill Cosby and the Cosby Show. We saw
Mm-hmm.
Different World, right? We even saw the Fresh Prince of Bel Air in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Those people were not gangsters. They were not thugs. They were not criminals, right? That was the image that black folk. Somebody once said that if it had not been for Bill Cosby, well, great, thank you, brother. If it had not been for Bill Cosby and the Cosby Show and Bill Cosby becoming America's dad. Keep in mind, I'm not talking about Bill Cosby, and I'm not trying to defend all the vile and evil stuff he did. I'm saying at that time he was a dad, not Black America's dad, America's dad. He was America's dad. If white folk had not accepted that Bill Cosby could be, even Martin, be America's dad, then there would be no Barack Obama being America's president. You feel what I'm saying? That's how powerful images were. But then they took those images of black folk away, right? And they replaced them with your gangster rappers, your thugs, everybody's pants falling off their behind, everybody shooting, everybody killing. So that becomes the image that's propagated to the rest of the world. And if it's not that gangster image, it is that we're athletes or entertainers, right? That we can sing, we could dance, and we could shoot a basketball and throw a football. That gets propagated to the rest of the world. And you don't become world leaders if the image is that all you can do is sing and dance.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Or be promiscuous.
Or be promiscuous.
Have a lot of sex.
Right. So, unfortunately, I think young, famous, and African is kind of going to is lightweight playing into some of those bad and negative stereotypes. You know. Hello, family.
Hey.
Yeah. So it's playing into some of those negative stereotypes. Simultaneously, it is breaking negative stereotypes. You know, right on. Welcome, dear brother and sister. You are making the dream of generations before your reality. Big old facts. We're trying to do it, man. We're trying to do it. So they're playing. It is. While they are breaking stereotypes, they are playing into stereotypes. You know what I'm saying? Or they may not be playing into stereotypes. They may be actually creating a new stereotype. Right? Because that is not the stereotype of Africans in the U.S. in the eyes of most of the world. Not antagonistic and messy and girl, I'm twerking, and nothing wrong with twerking. I'm not saying I don't want to shame anybody for what they like to do. I'm just saying if keep in mind, right now, the vast majority, what's up, Drew Travels?
Hey.
The vast majority of the images being propagated about Africa is what? Poverty.
Yeah.
War stricken, right? Warlords, you know, or safaris, right? Right? So that's the in general population. If you're in the United States and you Google Africa, you will come up with pictures of lions, elephants, and Idi Amin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you know, you'll come up with warlords. You'll come up with the Rwandan genocide.
Yeah.
All right, so that is part of the stereotype. As South Africans, we consider Black Americans as our big brothers and sisters. We family. We are definitely family. So remember Sidney Poitier and how brushed he was. Yeah. So if that is the image, now you have a new Netflix series. There's a Netflix series. It's not just in South Africa. It is in the U.S. It is in the U.K. If they have Netflix in China, it is in China. So when they now are seeing young, rich, and African, that is the image they're going to see. I enjoy myself at the meetup. All right. It was a pleasure meeting you, sister. Definitely a pleasure. So, I want to know what that means. Sawabonana.
Sawabona? I think that's just like a greeting.
Oh, all right. Peace, family. So keep in mind now, the new image will be young, rich, and African. And in that image, it is a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag of beauty of Johann. Man, I was watching them as they was pulling up in their BMWs and their Mercedes, and you had to see the renovation of your place. We on our way to see it today. Yeah, we're on our way to see it today. And all of that good stuff. And that is a beautiful image, because now the idea that it's poverty stricken is gone. You know, the ideas that they don't have, we see you as a beautiful, okay, all right, family, it's moving fast. African Americans are great people. They need to free themselves from the slavery of materialism and smart up with those who. Right. That's a great fact.
Come
That's a
on.
great fact. Free ourselves of materialism and but what happens if you don't control the image? And that's what I'm saying about this young rich and African. Who controls that image? Netflix controls that image. You see what I'm saying? And Netflix, as much as we appreciate them to watch them and support them, they're not in the business of, you know, promote. They're in the business of putting out what's going to be watched. And
I'll give them a
unfortunately,
little credit though.
they rock with Dave. They rock with Dave.
How you know that I was even going to?
Yeah, 'cause that's why I was with it.
I mean, they supported him.
They're good.
They supported him having free speech and being
Right.
able to articulate an opinion that may not be a popular,
Hmm.
or maybe it is a popular opinion, but not a part of an agenda.
Right.
But no, this is
Oh, I
I
hope
think
your
they have
baby
a Real
gets well.
Housewives. Hmm?
Somebody said she missed her baby was sick. I hope your baby gets well.
Yeah.
They have a Real Housewives of Johannesburg or South Africa.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
like
So it's not new
that. Right.
here.
But you can't watch. Oh, here's the thing: the Real Housewives of South Africa or Real Housewives of Johannesburg, I believe.
Yeah.
You can't watch it in the U.S. I can only see like YouTube clips of it,
Yeah.
like 5-minute YouTube clips.
Mhm.
It's not available in the U.S. Young, Rich, and African is available worldwide. That's the image that's being pushed.
But we can't watch List and Josie.
Right.
Why?
I can't watch Listing Josie in the United States. I have to come here and watch it. But I can watch Young, Rich, and African. Think about that. Right? I can't watch young professionals selling beautiful houses and all that good stuff. And I know it's black folk and white folk on Listing Josie. But I can't watch Young. Sorry about that, family. Internet connections. You know this is from way. My phone is connected to something in the United States. But our trip this time has been phenomenal. Now, I'm sad because today is we're leaving today, and you know it's sad. But what is happy is that I know I'm going home to make plans. I'm going home to sell my house. I'm going home and get my kids' school records so we can enroll them in school in Johannesburg. Thank you. Definitely, let's change the narrative together. You know Sava, when you met him? Well, let me tell you, I had heard this music on the Black Panther. See, I'm tell you about meeting, I think it's, how you say his name, Sava? I might be saying it wrong. Greetings from a new subscriber. Peace, family.
Hey.
Thank you so much for the sub, man. So, we were getting out, to fly back into the United States, you have to get a COVID test to say that you're negative. So we were at Rosebank getting a COVID test, and if you know me, I just start talking to anybody, right? So there's
He
a
was
young.
loud. He came out to get in the swab. He ain't got no light hair. I mean, he go all the way in, both nostrils. He was so loud, everybody turned around and was like, who is this loud guy talking? Then he walks up to the, say, brother, where you from?
Yeah. So the brother was there. There was a brother. He was standing there as like Sava's boy, Saj's boy, partners.
C. Java?
Oh, C Java,
Java?
Sajava's partners. And he had a tattoo. So I don't know if y'all can see. I have a tattoo of a mic on my arm, right? And because back in the days, I used to do poetry. I used to write. I used to perform. You know, I even rapped for a very short period of time. I wasn't good at the rap. I was good at the writing. You know, you can't have 30% of the people owning 70% of the land, almost 70% of the majority. Right. Exactly. Thank you, family, for that. So anyway, I saw the young brother. He had a mic tattooed on his arm. So I started talking to him. Man, what you doing with that mic on your arm, boy? Blah, 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 blah. Whoop, 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 whoop. And he kind of looking at me like, man, why is this man so loud talking to me?
Right.
But I said, man, you know, he asked me where I was from. I said, I'm from New Orleans. He said, oh, what's my rap name? I can't say it.
Don't say it.
I ain't gonna say it. But he was like, where you from? I said, I'm from New Orleans. He was like, oh, Lil Weezy, 504. He was like, you know, Lil Weezy from New Orleans. He's like, yeah. And so I think he had African trap music, AFM, tattooed on his hand that was connected to the mic. And he was like, yeah, that's what kind of music we make, African trap music. And I was like, African trap music? You know, I said, so you a rapper? He was like, no, my boy is. And he was talking about Sajava.
Sajava, I
Sajava,
think. Mm-hmm.
right? And I was like, who was that? And he was like, he's over here. So instantly I went to the phone and he was like, look him up. Looked him up. And so like, man, this dude got like 10 million views.
Right, we were like,
I was like, oh, okay, this is a star, you know. And
it
then
was
when he
a
was
big
like,
deal.
yeah, he was like, he was on the Black Panther soundtrack out, ATM, African trap music, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
ATM, African trap music, that's what it was.
Yep.
And he was like, he was on the Black Panther soundtrack. And he's like, he almost won a Grammy. I was like, I definitely heard the Black Panther soundtrack, so I know who this is, or at least I've heard his music before. So he got out the car, and this dude was so cool and laid back. I'm running it with him. I'm talking about New Orleans. He's telling me about his trips.
That's another conversation.
Oh, okay, yeah. He was telling me about his trips to the States and the BET Awards, how he saw at the BET Awards black Americans who he thought were rich, big time rappers. You see him on the video with all of their money and stuff. He said they was back there backstage at the BET Awards putting on fake Gucci. And I was like, because that is all the image, right? It's all the image. He got to see firsthand that, oh, wait a minute. When I see him holding the money, doing all that there, that's fake money.
That ain't real.
That ain't real. When he see him putting on all the people don't own that Gucci that they wearing, they renting the clothes. They renting the clothes. Or Gucci will let them wear it just so that they can be seen in it and they can advertise their stuff. They not out there really buying that. No. So him and I chopped it up for a minute. I mean, he was just to say. Then I realized, oh, he's on Ambitious Entertainment, or at least he was. I didn't know his record company right now, but I'm like, oh, okay. So Ambitious is like the, they're like the Death Row, the Young Money of South Africa. Like they like the at one time the biggest. I don't know if they still are. I can't claim to be that up on the record companies here, but very cool dude, very cool and laid back. Gave me his number. What's that? You know what I'm saying? So I invited him to New Orleans. He said no. I said, man, you gotta come to New Orleans. You gotta come to. He's like, no.
I'm good on that.
He said New Orleans is too hood. He said, I'm not going anywhere to get shot. All I want to go is to very nice places. I want to go to. He said, I ain't. He said, no, I can stay here for that. Yeah, so that was funny. Wise man. Yeah, I was like, you with me, but I'm like, man, I can't protect you.
I'm saying.
These criminals out here out of control.
Right.
They having side conversations, but
you said talk amongst yourselves.
But yeah, family. So we are preparing to come back. So when we leave, we're in the process of selling the house. Our kids already got the application for their school, so that's squared away. Did you meet? Y'all talk to him. He seems like he's knowing great places. And Joe, man, you know what? Let me say this. I'm remiss. I am remiss. I should have reached out to the brother. I apologize. I do, and I saw him on here just now. So let me say this. I apologize that I did not reach out to him while we were here. This trip, we met up with a few people, but it really slipped my mind. So, but I will make sure next time I am here, I will link up with the brothers.
Definitely.
Yeah, I apologize.
Yeah, there's a lot of people we couldn't get up with that we really wanted to this trip. It went by so fast.
I said, can you swag days because you're leaving? Yeah, we're not as jovial. Number one, it's early in the morning. Well, for us. Number two, yeah, we got to get on that plane today. And it's not the greatest feeling, but it's not as sad as when we left in December because it's like we know when we're coming back. We know we'll be back soon.
I don't even know if we can wait till June, y'all.
Right, yeah.
We might be back in the beginning of May.
Facts. Facts, we might be back in May. We might be back in May. But we might come back for a quick visit in May. But I have to be somewhere in June in the United States. I have to go see my uncle the first week of June. So I'll definitely be back in the United States for that. So I may push it to the second week of June to return. We may make a quick trip in May, go back to the United States, and then the second week in June, we'll be here permanently. Second or third week in June, inshallah. And we may have to stagger it. Like I may come, and then Adrian may come after. You know, I may come with a child. I ain't bringing both of them. I can't do that.
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna bring
they
one.
need each other.
I'm gonna bring one.
They need each other.
Bring the oldest one. He needs he needs less. Oh no, we gotta fly to old Raggedy United back because we bought the tickets through United, so that's all right. June is gonna be cold and frigid. Be prepared.
We've been here in June.
We've been here in June
before.
before.
The kids.
Yeah.
The first time we came, it was a June or July trip.
It was June.
Yeah, and we were in Cape Town.
Yeah, it was a June trip.
But we came here too because we actually went to Kruger that trip,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "You should come back when it's warmer."
But it was cool. So
I had a great time.
it was cool.
And it wasn't as cold as you think. It's not
Yeah.
like it's Boston or
New York.
you know,
yeah.
right? It's not cold.
Yeah.
It's cold, but not like that.
It's sweater cold.
Yeah. Even a coat. But,
Yeah. I mean, but we know we're from the South, so we do understand.
Yeah.
Look, you know, anything under like 70 degrees in New Orleans. I don't know what 70 degrees is in we Fahrenheit and Celsius. What are we? I don't
We're
know.
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit.
But like, I think in the 30s, it's like around 80 degrees
Okay.
Fahrenheit.
So
Maybe in the 20s,
yeah.
mid high 20s. I don't know.
Well, whatever 70 degrees Fahrenheit is in Celsius,
Yeah.
once we drop below 70 degrees, you see black folk in New Orleans with bubble coats and scarves on. Man, it ain't that cold. Take that shit off.
With the hood that has the little fur around it.
And them Ugg shoes.
Right.
Them Ugg shoes, man. No, take that stuff. It ain't that cold. Yeah, so, but yeah, we look forward to it, man. Yeah, man. So, Rose Art. Now, we don't really usually hang out here. Baby?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gone. We use the two guys. Yeah. We up for Central Heating, yeah. So, Melrose Art, is it really like for the rich people and like the white people?
Could you stop at this restaurant? Everybody's looking up like, what is this?
I'm just saying it is.
Yeah, we stopped by the Tasha's here and
Wow. It was a lot. I ain't got no problem with it. I'm
like
just
I was
saying.
back in Texas.
I was just saying I didn't expect to see so many. I love my white brothers and sisters. Let's not even go there. But you know,
Here
Right.
it's just a little jarring to see like
Yeah.
everybody be like,
Yeah.
you know, in a restaurant.
And then like especially in Johannesburg, you like, man, everywhere you go see all these black people, all these black people. And we came here and it was like we went to Tasha's because we wanted to eat there, and it was like
Nothing but.
no black people. And the waitress
Except
was staff. Yeah, I'm serious. I mean, I'm not
I was
exaggerating.
like,
I was like, what happened?
this must be that spot. You gotta go there, no
KFC budget.
Then why are we here?
Cause I sure got KFC budget.
Okay.
I ain't got no money. Well, I was like, man, I ain't never really seen it like Joe Bird like this, you know. You sitting nice lamb chops and lamb ribs. How about that? Bam! I see him do the dad, big facts. But and you know what I noticed last night too? At Jamili's, that whole little area seemed like it's like the go out area, right? And
It
yeah,
was popping. There were
It
quite
was
a few
popping.
places that were like,
and some place, yeah. And I noticed that going into Jamili's, it was I saw a whole lot of black folk, young black folk, but I saw a few white folk going in there. Your official citizens SA fan, thank you. And this country is segregated like crazy, for real. Well, I was just saying, last night I saw a whole bunch of people partying and working together. Partying together. You know, going into Jamili's, and I saw that y'all really could show off too. Man, I saw so many Range Rovers and Audis and
Right.
Mercedes Benz, and it was all young folk getting out. Matter of fact, Moses, shout out to Moses, because he was one of the family members who said to go there. He was like, man, just stick around and you're gonna see the cars. And he didn't lie. Just like we were standing outside and you could see all of these nice cars pull up, and you could see Easy was telling me like some of these people in these cars, when they drop the people off in front, they're the driver. And they drop off the owner to go in, and the driver is just somebody using the car. We don't hang out in the hood with black people. It's too Europe. You need 2 months salary to hang out there.
I see.
Then let me get from around here, man. Let me get from around here, bro, because I need to.
Everybody I know that chose to stay here on their vacation had a little money.
That's true.
Come to think of it.
That's why I stay in Rosebank. I might need to go stay in El Dorado.
Okay.
Alex, I ain't got no money.
Damn, weather accommodations in Soweto.
So speaking of that, the next meetup, they said there's a place in. Is it? Come on, somebody tell me. Is it 16? It's like a year. 1967. Thank you so much. Or 1970. It's a restaurant called Rockets. It's one of the best hangouts.
47? Is that it?
I think it's, well, the country is diverse, so you'll see black and white people in the same places. Yeah, big facts. But somebody said that there's a restaurant in Soweto, 1647 or 1942, something. But he said I need to go there, so please tell me in the comments what is the name of that restaurant so that I can go visit, especially if I come back in May. Man. So look, let me ask y'all this though. What y'all do about eating outside and these flies keep coming around? God damn, it's
The
beautiful.
flies here are not bad. I'm serious. The flies here are not bad. One time I had, when I was in Tanzania that time with Taya,
Man,
we went out to eat for lunch. Now, in the evenings, it was fine. We went out to eat for lunch, and the flies were so aggressive and overwhelming. I was like, I'm not eating anymore. But because here you can just, kind of shoo them away. They'll go. There, it was like swarms of them.
man.
And they would just land. Like, you could shoot, and they would land. Like, whoop, 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 and I was like, I can't handle this.
Remember the cats in Tanzania?
Everywhere.
Man.
Everywhere.
We were in Dar, and the cats, y'all check out Rockets. Hookah spots, clubs are more hangout spots. Yeah, I like that vibe.
Yeah, that's cool. Too bougie appropriate. Right.
It is. But yeah, and y'all know what I say, as the great philosophical musician Sly Stone would say, I'm everyday people, and Melrose ain't everyday people. We're not everyday people out here. These people got some money, So, but we came out here because we wanted to go to the Tasha's, huh?
I'm looking for the brother so I can get another one.
Oh. We wanted to go to Tasha's, and we used to go to the Tasha's in Rosebank, and we were tired of that one. We're like, let's go try a new one. White people from New York moving here in numbers, been in Cape Town.
They love it.
Let me tell y'all too.
We know.
You want to know the
I
truth?
mention it.
If you want to know the truth, when I'm back in the States, the only people that I can talk to, 90% of the people who I talk to who love South Africa, are the white people. They're the ones who visited. They be like, oh man, I love SA. When I tell them I'm moving to South Africa,
I was there for my friend's
wedding,
Oh
yes. They love it. They love it. They're the ones who they're the ones who get excited about it when I say I'm moving. They're like, oh, I'm so jealous. Oh, I wish I could move. Oh, Doc, when can I come visit? And all that type of stuff.
Right. So yeah, if they're moving here in droves, I can see.
1947 is the restaurant.
Yeah.
That's it. 1947. In Benicazi Street. Yeah. So yeah, those are the ones. So oddly enough, you're not surprising me when you say they. Now, we need more Black Americans here, period. Let me tell you what's going to get them here. Young, rich, young African, famous in Africa. They're going to watch that, and they're going to want to come. Now, so as I said, it's a mixed bag. The show is a mixed bag. They're gonna watch that and they're gonna want to come. You know, it was rappers rapping about Atlanta that made everybody want to move to Atlanta, right? People would go, they would hear the song "Welcome to Atlanta," where the players play, and all that type of stuff. They heard songs about Atlanta. They saw the videos of Atlanta, and that was a rap.
One more of these.
Can I get one more of these also?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. And so, you know, you might get a whole lot of black folks flocking to visit SA after watching Young, Rich, Young, Famous, and African, right? You might get a lot of them to come visit. You know, but let's be real. It's expensive.
Oh, plane tickets are no joke.
Ain't no, it ain't. Why do our people choose to just visit Dominican Republic, not go to which about Africans and African Americans? Because Wits does not. Oh, we got that. Don't worry about that. We got you at Wits. African Americans would be great here. I would really love some American soul food. Ooh, I could bring some New Orleans Creole food there. Yeah, some red beans and rice, some crawfish etouffee, some jambalaya just like that. What? Bang, bang,
Shrimp
bang.
Creole.
Some shrimp Creole, some fried catfish, some crawfish burr.
Boil.
Burr. We don't say boil. And people from New Orleans cannot pronounce OIL words. So we don't say oil. We say earl. We don't say.
Not all people.
Well, those ones who got it. Those are the ones who say it right went to Model C schools. They went to Model C schools or private schools. Us regular folks be like, it's a crawfish burl. Because my mama was a teacher. My mama was a teacher, so I learned better. But the average person, they'll say furl. F-O-I-L, they'll say furl. It's aluminum foil, right? But you guys pronounce aluminum different. Aluminum. They do. They pronounce aluminum differently.
How do you say it?
No, South Africans pronounce aluminum differently. Yeah. And please come up for the 504 joint in Johannesburg. Well, look, I was talking to Alex last night from Jamelis. He was like, maybe you guys go to the coffee shop. I help people open restaurants. I've opened, all these restaurants, whatever have you. So I might come open a nice little 504
What do you mean
joint.
by help?
I don't know.
I don't know. He don't look like somebody I want to owe money to.
Yeah, he look like a gangster.
You mean advice?
Yeah, he like a gangster.
I don't want to owe you any money.
Yeah.
I'm talking about where's my money. I'm gonna get it to you, mister. Don't have me come looking for you.
But we pronounce it as it's written.
Aluminum. Aluminum. We just say
Somebody
aluminum.
said we don't say aluminum. We pronounce it as it's written aluminum. Man, I can't even tell the difference. But
Alum? Is that how you say it?
I don't know. They pronounce it differently. I forgot. I just remember seeing it one time or hearing it one time. But we say furl, earl. Like we don't boil water. We burl water.
Okay, so they're saying stop using the word safari. That's so 1800.
Oh, what we supposed to say?
Game drives.
Oh, okay.
But when I think game drives, I think of hunting.
People shooting, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I think a game drive. Game is.
Shout out to Stella Bush.
Yeah, game to us is about the sport of hunting. So the game is about the sport of hunting and shooting. When you go and just look, that's a safari. But that's fine. If y'all, I want to argue with you.
Okay. You like it, I love it. Game drive, cool.
Right. Game drive.
As long as you know what I'm talking about.
Right. How about this? You want to see some animals?
Take me out.
Aluminium. Aluminium. Is that how you say it? Aluminium?
I don't know. I'll say what I say.
I don't even say aluminum. I say furl. People, give me the furl, people. Yeah.
Furl. The grilled chicken is good.
Somebody says you must open a New Orleans restaurant. His wife said you must open a New Orleans restaurant. But you know what the problem is? Al it's pronounced aluminum. Aluminum.
Aluminum.
Man, it's Faro
Why are we
people.
going back and forth about this
The
aluminum?
Faro people. So
The New Orleans
so
restaurants are really hard business.
they are big business. And
they're expensive. The profit margins are thin.
yeah. And I don't cook.
And I'm not trying to cook.
Right.
Every day, all day, in a restaurant.
Thank you, sir. So, with that being said, if somebody did, they would have to tailor it to the South African palate. Like I had Perry. What was that? Perry says a little spicy, wasn't it? But New Orleanians like when we boil barrel crawfish, right? When we boil our crawfish and our seafood, right? It's made with cayenne pepper. Like when you're eating it, your nose is running, your eyes are dripping, and you're like, "Oh, this is good," So we like real spicy. Well, let me say this: the New Orleans cuisine is based on a lot of spice, mainly cayenne pepper. And you put that cayenne pepper in just definitely your seafood. And then what else? And then we're seafood city, so I know that South Africans, or at least in Josie for sure, they meat people, meat eaters, red meat eaters, lamb, beef, chicken, all that good stuff. We are seafood eaters, right? Pescatarian, right? We like fit, or the New Orleans diet is based on crawfish, shrimp, or you call them prawn, redfish, catfish, crabs. Yeah. So that our diet is based on that. So I don't know, because you can't make etouffee with lamb chops. I guess you could, but that don't go together. No, no etouffee. No. We also love seafood, so it could work out well. Okay. I know that they would love seafood in Cape Town, but I didn't know about Josie.
I thought Cape Town would be a good spot because then you can get your stuff sourced. But your shrimp or your prawns are going to taste different. Everything tastes different based on its environment.
Right.
So it wouldn't even have the same flavor.
Because shrimp.
The seafood you're using is very different. Gulf seafood is going to be way different than seafood from the Atlantic.
Right. So yeah, that's right. Seafood from different places tastes differently, even if it's a prawn. A prawn in South Africa tastes different than a prawn differently. Oh, need some of that gumbo, big facts.
Yeah.
Big facts. But the prawns in South Africa taste differently than the shrimp in New Orleans, because the shrimp in New Orleans come from the Gulf, and that water has whatever it has in it, oil spills,
all the pollution,
and give it a good flavor though. Give it a good flavor. But
like the Atlantic is different.
Yeah, I mean, it's different flavors in the actual seafood itself. But yeah, man, but it's something that we would consider if there was a right situation. But while we're here initially, man, we just want to get settled.
I would do nothing more than maybe like a beignet shop or something.
Beignets are beautiful, yeah. Beignet coffee shop, that'd be great. And then maybe every once in a while have a hot lunch with red beans on Mondays or something. All right, family, that's enough because it's telling me.
I'm using phone data for this.
Yeah, I'm using phone data and it's eating it up. I didn't realize live streaming was hitting us up like that. Anyway, so family, listen, we're going to take some more footage shortly when we get to our apartment and see. Okay, it's hit the like button. Let's hit the like button. That's right, family. Look, I love it. I love it. Thank you, because I never say that.
Think about that.
Never say that. But driving from city to city in South Africa is one of the best experiences you can have in SA. It's breathtaking. It is. South Africa is beautiful. Last thing I want to say, and I'm gonna go because my dad is burning up. Everybody that we have spoken, we had at the meetup, we had a lot of Black Americans who were there. Inside Devon Seafood people in Cape Town, big facts. But what I say, and I've said this, if you go back and watch our videos from the past, everybody that comes, they're talking about moving. Everybody. No one is saying, oh man, this is a great place. Did you find a place you like yesterday? We did. We did find a place we liked yesterday, and we will let you guys know once that's squared away.
Maybe like we find one we liked enough.
We liked it about 80%. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we're tired of looking now, so
Right.
we're going to
Yeah,
settle.
that's fine. We'll make it happen. We'll fix what
We'll work with it, you know. But South Africa is not a place that folk visit and like black folk, that the type of black folk I'm talking about, these professional, kind of well educated, certain age group, right? Certain socioeconomic set. They visit and they say, yeah, at the minimum, they say we just want to buy a place here so we can come back and stay here an extended period of time whenever we want. But most of them say, man, I'm trying to get here. I'm trying to visit. South Africa is a jewel, man. It is a jewel. And I heard in conversation yesterday that it's supposed to be open up like the southern region, Namibia and all of these southern African countries are supposed to start free trade, free movement of goods, and free movement of people pretty soon. So I heard the Durban does spice because a lot of the Indian influence.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I do need to get. You know,
yeah,
I love Indian food.
yeah. I love Indian food too.
I can't wait to get to that.
But anyway, family, look, we've been on here an hour, running our mouth.
Yeah.
You dig? So, and my food done got cold, but
Right.
I prefer some time to talk to y'all. But we'll be back shortly. We're gonna at least upload a video. We got an interview with Brandon coming up about his feelings and thoughts on SA. I'm gonna tell you right now, we leave today. He's not. Tell you how much he liked it. We're leaving
like,
today.
"Holla."
He said I'm gonna stay an extra week. He might stay an extra 2 months. So ain't no telling with that, brother. So anyway, man, shout out to you guys, man. We love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. And I'm gonna get off this because my data burning up. Peace.